Tangent squared. Use double angle formula. Okay, let's do it. We're trying to make this side look like this side. Now, again, guys, these are the harder identities to prove. If you guys can do the other ones, you're probably safe. All right. These ones are nice because you get to practice using the more rare formulas. Let's first rewrite tangent as sine squared x over cosine squared x. And then we'll listen to our hint. It says use a double angle formula. Well, I don't see a double angle here. Do you guys see a double angle here? Nah. Okay. So my goal right now is going to be to try to sub out the sine squared x and the cosine squared x. This was a stretch to think that you guys could probably do this on your own, but I tried. Okay. Let's write down what the sine 2x formula is. Okay, can you guys look at your formula sheet? So this one's 2 sine x cosine x. And I don't see a sine squared anywhere. So this one actually doesn't look like it's going to help me out at all. Let's try the cosine one, the cosine 2x. What does that one equal? Oh, like there's like 3, right? Oh, dang. We could be cosine squared x minus sine squared x. X, come on. And then there's another one, what is it? 2 cosine squared x minus 1. And there's another one, 1 minus 2 sine squared x. Now, I'm really efficient, right? I don't like to do things the long way. So I'm going to try to think this through here. Now, I see a sine or cosine squared x and a sine squared x. And that's what I want to take out right here so I can get something like this. And look, it looks like we're going to get cosine 2x and cosine 2x. So which one of these would you want to manipulate to use? Here, let me write out the cosine 2x on those. Cosine 2x. Which one would you want to use? Let's help you guys see it. Let's get the cosine alone, the cosine squared x alone for this one. So for that one right there, if I get the cosine squared x alone, I would add 1, then divide by 2. Right? Okay, so add 1, so it's going to be cosine 2x plus 1, then divide by 2. This equals cosine squared x. Now let's do this guy right here. I'm going to have to subtract 1 and then divide by negative 2, so let's see what we get. If I subtract 1, it'll be cosine squared x minus 1 divided by negative 2. That would equal sine squared x. So can we sub out cosine squared x and sine squared x now? Heck yeah, you can. Let's sub these dudes out. Okay, so on the top, what do we got? Let's go cosine 2x minus 1 divided by negative 2. And the other one is the cosine squared x, so it's going to be cosine 2x plus 1 divided by 2. Whoa, these big fractions are being divided. What do you guys do when you divide fractions? Multiply by the reciprocal. So let's rewrite that. So we have the top times the reciprocal of the bottom. And I want to cancel out this 2 and this 2 right here. This would be a 1. This would be a negative 1. When you cancel those out, you're essentially dividing. That's called cross-canceling. If I divide this top by negative 1, this would be a negative, and that would be a positive. So now it's a positive 1. So now I multiply straight across. What do I get? I get negative. No, let's just do it like this. We'll put the positive 1 first. Positive 1 minus cosine 2x divided by, now on the bottom you have cosine 2x plus 1. Or we can flip those. Doesn't matter. Is that what we were trying to get? Yeah, look at that. He's the same as this guy.